Hello again, my friends. How are you? Always good to see you for another day. Hopefully we get to laugh at some stuff today, because sometimes we get to do that. Today we're going to talk about how there's more and more Trump supporters that are starting to regret their votes for Donald Trump, because apparently, I don't know, they didn't have access to information before they cast their vote to plunge America into whatever the hell is about to happen to us next. And now that they have the access to this information after they've already voted, they are getting very, very upset. So we're going to talk about some general terms, and then I'm going to tell you a story I watched here on YouTube from an ex-trucker that is suddenly regretting his vote for Donald Trump. We're going to go through all those things. So it's going to be hopefully an exciting day for us as we make fun of these morons a little bit more, like we do sometimes. And I guess I'm kind of in the mindset that a lot of you guys are in, have been in a while now, because there was a time, this channel's not that old, but towards the beginning I was like, look, maybe sometimes we should be nice and be sympathetic and have lend an ear for people that voted for Trump. And then the more they come to my comments section, I go, these guys are fucking dipshits, aren't they? Holy shit. I understand why the rest of you are so angry all the time. I get it. So real quick, thank you to everyone that's helping to support the channel. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this, but I want to make sure you understand that I appreciate what we're doing here and how quickly this channel is growing, and everything you do to support it, sharing it out and all that stuff means a lot to me. I appreciate your support. That's really cool. So anyways, we got, of course, some general terms, some things that are going on with MAGA that they're really mad about. As we all know, with the farmers, right? They're all grumpy because now there's going to be mass deportations, and they just don't know how they're going to keep their farms alive. We've talked about this a few times, but they get more and more upset. Their farm's going to go under because they voted to deport their own fucking workers. Isn't that insane? So of course we get a lot of that. And then tariffs. Oh my God, people are just waking up to the fact that tariffs are going to be harmful to them. Can you believe it? And retaliatory tariffs are becoming a big thing, which reminds me, I owe my Canadian friends a bit of an apology. I don't always understand things the way I should, and maybe I wasn't completely off base on this, but I may have implied that I didn't think Canada was doing enough to stand up to Donald Trump in my eyes. Hear me out, Canadian friends. I'm not attacking. I'm explaining what I understood. When Justin Trudeau went down to Mar-a-Lago to meet with Donald Trump, and he had joked about making Canada the 51st state, I had understood from that story that Justin Trudeau just kind of laughed it off, and that was sort of that. And in my eyes right now, anybody that's flying to Mar-a-Lago to meet with Donald Trump is bowing, is kissing the ring, and I don't appreciate it much. I may have misunderstood that part of the story, but I see a lot of Canadian leaders standing up and going, hey, yeah, you want to fuck around? Let's fuck around. And good for you. This is a time to do it. Look, I'm American, and I don't want to see us get our asses kicked, but we kind of deserve it. We just elected Donald Trump at this point. So, but yeah, people are just starting to learn that tariffs are going to be very harmful. If only they would have grabbed that little magic box, the same box I'm recording this video on, and looked up information, they might have found that these tariffs were going to be a really bad idea, right? And of course, grocery prices, right? Remember Donald Trump, big man Donald Trump. I'm starting to think he's all talk. Just kidding. I already knew that. But a lot of people are starting to think he's all talk at this point, because on day one, he was going to lower grocery prices. And already we are seeing a trend in grocery prices going up in preparation for Donald Trump's administration. I don't care if you blame Joe Biden, doesn't matter to me. But in reality, a lot of people are preparing for the tariffs, for the deportations, for fuel prices to go higher because of the tariffs, because he wants to keep trying to fuck with Canada. And we are seeing prices already going up, and Donald Trump is a wildly unpopular president-elect, and that's a big fucking deal. That actually matters. I don't know if you believe it or not, but that is good that we see so many people that go, I don't fucking like this guy at all. But he's not going to be able to solve the grocery prices. He's going to make it worse, and people are going, what the hell? Why are my grocery prices going to go up? I mean, I voted for my grocery prices to go up because I didn't bother to fucking read anything, but still, why are they going up? And of course, the thing with Russia and Ukraine, where Donald Trump did say on day one of being president-elect, mind you, but on day one, he would end the war with Russia and Ukraine. It's unfortunate because I think that what that means to Donald Trump is that he's going to help Russia with that. And I just don't, guys, I'm at a loss here. I have asked people to explain to me in the comments why we should be pro-Russia. Nobody's done it yet. Nobody. But apparently Donald Trump and the Republicans are pro-Russia now, but he won't end that war. They've already locked that out to at least 100 days now before they're able to do anything. So what I'm saying is there's a lot of promises that Donald Trump is already breaking, and people are starting to get mad at that. Now, I understand he's not president already, but he's coming out and saying he can't do these things. So people are starting to regret their vote for Donald Trump. Too little, too late, but grand scheme of things, maybe good news. Maybe more and more people will wake up to the fact that they've been lied to, and then decide to join in ways to defend ourselves against this fucking lunatic, and that would be nice. I wanted to laugh a little bit about the last video. Do you guys want to laugh at goofy MAGA dorks with me for a minute? We sure summoned them over here, right? The guys that fucking, the Donald Trump taint lickers, those guys. Could you imagine doing that to Donald Trump? That man's probably got like 5 pounds of rotten quarter pounder in his colon at any given time. That's fucking gross, isn't it? And he shits his diapers. I couldn't imagine doing that to Donald Trump. You have to really love someone to do that to them in that condition. But I had a thought. I was thinking maybe they should all dye their beards orange in solidarity for the big orange stain that Donald Trump leaves on their beard while they're rimming him. I think then we would be able to identify the Trump supporters by their orange beards. What do you guys think? I kind of like the idea. I think it's pretty cool, actually. And I think we should do that. But you really, really got to love a man to do that. But we sure did get the Donald Trump bootlickers in the comments, and they are fucking adorable. Because last video I was talking about how they're weak men. And sorry, you're a weak-minded man at very least if you follow Donald Trump at this point. And that's all it is. Because Donald Trump is a weak man. He's a whiny bitch that pretends to be a bully and gets people to fall in line and do things for him. But yeah, we had a couple guys in the comments going, what are you talking about? We're big, strong men. We do big, strong men jobs. And we're real tough. And that was... well, that was fucking amusing. Sometimes you just want to pat him on the head, you know, and say, I know it, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. And maybe that would help out a lot because that's what they're looking for from Donald Trump. And then sort of a funny side note, we had some of the both parties are the same people, you know, with their bold stance about both parties are the same. And I was thinking yesterday, it's a good thing these guys aren't pitching in the major leagues, right? They go out there and they pitch their first game. Then after the game's over, somebody from the news asks them, they say, hey, I noticed that through the entire game, you just threw fastballs down the middle the entire game. Do you know any other pitches? And they go, well, I do have this curveball that gets away from me just a little bit every once in a while, and I end up walking a batter every once in a while because it leaves the zone and I don't quite have that great a control over it. And I also have this wicked slider that I lose control of 100% of the time. It flies off to the left and hits some old lady in the crowd square in the fucking forehead every time I throw the pitch. So as you can see, both pitches are the same, so I only throw the fastball right down the middle, right down Broadway every time, and that way I never really have to think about what's going on in the world. I just throw the same pitch over and over. And that's what it's starting to sound like to me when people go, both sides are the same. Get your head out of your ass. One side has some flaws. One side is over here beating old ladies in the head with a fucking baseball at this point. We got to get this shit figured out. But anyways, my friends, I wanted to talk to you. I don't know if that joke was funny or not. I enjoyed it. I thought about that one for a while, if I'm being honest with you. I don't know. Let me know if it was good or bad. Now I'm nervous about it. Anyways, I was watching a trucker, or an ex-trucker here on YouTube, that actually used to run a pretty big successful platform with trucking. I don't know the guy. I have always just known of him. And I don't do goofy reaction videos where, well, if you like them, you like them. Some people like doing them. Some people like watching them. But where you pause the video and then you argue with the video and then you unpause it and then you pause it and you argue with the video some more. It's just not really my fucking style, if I'm being honest. But he put out a video where he had said that he is starting to regret his vote for Donald Trump. And look, these things do matter. They start to add up. Now, his reasoning was kind of goofy, and I'll go through that reasoning with you for a while. But the main point I want to take away from this is someone else from Blue Collar America, it might have clicked a little too late in their brain, but it clicked and they went, oh, fuck. I think he lied to me about something, and it may possibly open their eyes to the fact that he lied about other things. So it's a thing. It's a good thing when more people open their eyes. So he went on to tell how he voted for Donald Trump, and the thing that really is bothering him about Donald Trump and why he's starting to regret the vote is because he always understood the Republicans as the party of small government. Now, me personally, I don't fucking remember the last time they really talked about small government. It's hard to sit through anything they say because, like, they may have some nuggets of information, but you got to get through the Jewish space lasers, you got to get through the Democrat deep state weather control devices, you got to get through Pizzagate before you get to any kind of substance whatsoever. So it's really hard for me to listen to Republicans. They're out there getting body slammed in courthouses, or apparently because they can't follow a legal order to not show up in the courtroom. It's a fucking shit show over there with these guys. But I don't remember anything recently where they've really talked about small government. But this particular person was upset because Donald Trump was adding more departments with the Department of Doge, whatever it is. I forget what the fuck it even stands for now. I don't remember. The Elon Musk bullshit. Department of Government Efficiency, right? And he felt like that was overstepping. Why are we adding another department? And listen, governments require departments to run. We don't. I don't think this is just a me opinion. This is not the opinion of the left. Obviously, there's a point, and it may be an opinion of the left. I'm sorry, I get fucking distracted. There is obviously a point where there's too much government, like they're too involved in your daily life. Now, the Republicans are very much too involved in your daily lives. They're worried about who you're having consensual sex with. They're worried about who you love and who you marry. They're now worried about your vagina. They're the vagina police, apparently. I don't really care for the word vagina, if I'm being honest, but it's kind of a weird one. But they're the pussy police, the fucking Republicans. That's better. That fits my redneck face a little bit better, doesn't it? Probably got the damn limited monetization again. I keep getting myself in trouble over here, but they are not small government at all. They want to be involved in every facet of your life, where the Democrats are clearly saying, yeah, kind of just let people live their lives. Like, maybe we should have some safety nets in place to help people along the way. Maybe, you know, good infrastructure, roads would be pretty nice. And schools sound pretty fucking good. But outside of that, like, we just kind of let people do whatever they want. So anything about the Republicans being small government is complete bullshit, and I can't believe anybody's even buying that anymore. And on top of that, you know, there's the Department of Government Efficiency. Now we've got the External Revenue Service. I didn't listen to Donald Trump talk about it, I'll be fucking honest with you. Somebody had said that we already got, I don't know what it aims to handle. I didn't read up on it, who cares? And now we've also got, or he's working on, an ambassador to Hollywood. I wonder if this dipshit knows what country Hollywood's in. Do we really need an ambassador to a city? Is it Hollywood even its own city, or is it just a part of LA, like a neighborhood? I don't really know the answer to that. But do we really need an ambassador to Hollywood? What the fuck you talking about, Donald Trump? Have you lost your fucking mind? Yes, the answer is yes. But that's what he was upset about, because now there's all these government departments starting to come up when he believes that the Republicans are small government. I am not here to actually, like, obliterate this man and make fun of him. I might get a few shots in if it's funny, but it's important. It's important from people that do blue collar work. He used to be a trucker, right? So from my background, for them to finally, for clicking their brains, and they go, this son of a bitch is fucking lying to me. And it's unfortunate that he voted already, but it's good that people will start to realize as we go. They'll hopefully stand up for themselves in the event that we need to. But he also said another interesting thing that made me think that maybe he had spent way too much time listening to right-wing propaganda news, because he had said, in my opinion, Donald Trump was the lesser of two evils. What the fuck are you talking about? Listen, I'm gonna say that there's a thing I don't understand. I've always said this to you guys. If I don't know it, I don't talk about it. Sorry for coughing. I don't understand the Israel-Gaza thing. I understand there was a ceasefire recently. I don't know how effective that will be. I know jack shit about it. What I do understand is a lot of people found the handling by the Biden administration to be the wrong way. I don't know if anybody found it to be the right way. I don't fucking know. All right. So I would say if you're looking at that situation and you're more educated on it than I am, I know that Kamala would always say Israel has a right to defend itself. I don't know the specifics. Now, if that is a monstrous thing for her to say, then fine. Then that may be considered an evil thing. I don't know. Tell me in the comments, educate me on it. Or I could read a Wikipedia, I guess. Fuck, I don't know. I just don't know enough about it to give an opinion. But everything outside of that, let's set that off to the side. That's the only choice we have for this discussion. And you compare Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, and you go, Donald Trump felt like the lesser of two evils. What the fuck are you talking about? Literally none of that makes sense. Donald Trump is a fucking evil person. He is a person that only cares about himself and his billionaire friends. He is doing everything in his power to take money from you and power from you to, siphon it up to the people at the top, and you have nothing. And I promise you that is what's going on. I still am very much predicting a crypto rug pull coming somewhere within the first 2 years of Donald Trump's presidency. I will be happy to be wrong about that, but I firmly believe they're setting up a crypto rug pull to fuck everyone out of their money. Strongly, strongly believe that. That's why they named that department Doge. It's specifically so people go, oh yeah, crypto bro is pulling the strings of government right now, right? But then you think about other things with Kamala Harris and you go, what the fuck are they talking about that she can possibly be considered evil? And you think about all the things that Fox News said about her and would like try to make her out to be a bad person. Remember when they were mad that she laughs about stuff? I don't know that I want to be a member of the party of old grumpy white men against women laughing. That doesn't sound great to me. Like, women laughing is one of my favorite things in the world. I'm not trying to be a fucking weirdo, but I like telling jokes, and a woman laughs at the joke. I love it. It's one of my favorite things. And I was like, they're mad that she's laughing? I don't really fucking get it. But at the same time, that's coming from the same party where some people on that side, hear me out, guys. I don't know if you've heard this, but they've actually said, if you really think about it, as a man, having sex with a woman is kind of gay, if you think about it. And I don't understand their reasoning. One guy was on about because if you're having sex for pleasure instead of procreation, you might as well be having sex with a man, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I think it was Sneeko also talking about it, and he's saying that, you could just be hanging out with your bros instead, and then, instead of being with a woman, because, like, it's kind of gay hanging out with women, isn't it? So, like, yes, having sex with women, according to this party that's against women's laughter, is kind of gay. And with that said, I have something to tell you, my friends, and I didn't know it was going to come out like this. But I am kind of gay, and I didn't know that I was going to have to come out of the closet, especially on a YouTube video, but the assholes went and changed the definition of words on me, and now it turns out I'm kind of gay. I didn't know until now, till recently. It reminds me of this time. I was backing into a spot in a truck stop, right? And I had my window down because I always roll it down just to better visibility and shit. And I had the driver's side window down. I had my radio cranked up. I was listening to a song with a woman singer. Look, a lot of those guys won't listen to bands with women singers because I guess the sound of a woman's voice is gay too. If you enjoy that, that's really homosexual of you. I don't really fucking know, but I was listening. I had a woman singer cranked up. I'm just having fun with this song, right? Just having a good time, and I'm backing in my spot where this little chubby trucker, he's standing right outside where I'm going to be parking, right where my window is going to be, and he's just shaking his head as I back in. I get back in, I'm stopped. He's right by my window, right? I turn down my radio and I go, "What's up?" And he goes, "Are you gay?" And I responded, I mean, not typically, but I've been on the road for a while, and you would do in a pinch if that's what we're talking about, like if that's what we're doing. And he goes, "No, you were listening to that girl band on your radio. Are you gay?" And I, what? So now enjoying the sound of a woman's voice is gay. In fairness, I was listening to Cowboy Take Me Away, but I don't give a shit. That song's a fucking banger, my friends. But anyways, back to the fucking point. I think that this particular person was very misguided by right-wing media into believing things that Donald Trump stood for and things that Kamala Harris stood for, because when you look at Kamala, you could probably find flaws. You could probably find policies you would like to see better. Back to the Israel thing. I don't know how you guys feel about it. Feel however you feel. It's not my business, right? But if you look at her and you just see pure evil, or you see a person, here's the thing they always say, she can't even put together sentences. She can't even speak right. You got to be dumb as hell to listen to Kamala Harris talk and be like, I don't understand a word she's fucking saying. Donald Trump can't speak right. You guys know about the windmills, right? They go, you know about the windmills? He just makes sound effects to get his point across. That man can't fucking talk, right? But I was happy to see, it's depressing that he voted for Donald Trump with such low information on who Donald Trump is apparently and who Kamala Harris is, but I'm happy to see that there are people going, shit, I might have made a fucking mistake. Because this is, as frustrating as it is, going to be an important thing for us as Americans when people start to have Donald Trump's policies work against them. Look, I'm going to be here on this channel to rub their fucking faces in it every time it happens. And I'll call names. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to be nice about it, because what the fuck are these guys trying to do to our country, our livelihoods, these lives we've built, and they just want to tear it down for this one man. It's insane. So I will be here to rub their faces in it every time it happens. But hopefully along the way, people, and we're not going to get a lot of them, my friends, they're in a fucking cult, but hopefully people start to wake up a little bit and say, fuck, I made a bad decision, and hopefully start to educate themselves a little bit about what's going on in the world. And maybe, I'm just being optimistic, but maybe we could start to do a little bit better. And I'm not going to call out that guy's name. I'm not going to direct you to his channel. I don't know who all is in my viewer base. I'm not going to share his video. And I don't know that it would cause like a lot of like rabid, crazy leftists to go attack him. I'm just kidding a little bit. But I do want to say, even though I didn't like the things he was necessarily saying, and I think that he didn't have very good information, I do like that he had at least enough critical thinking skills to realize that he may have made a mistake. If for the wrong reasons, he still may have made a mistake. And that's progress, my friends. And that's all we can fucking ask for sometimes. Anyways, I got to get back on the road. They still expect me to drive this fucking truck for a living. They're real assholes, my bosses. So anyways, got to go. Love you guys. Bye now.